Where is my cell phone? Good afternoon, everybody. How's your day? Basta oh. Saan ito bang maliwanag? Maliwanag ba? Ano yun natin? Baka masilaw kayo, guys. How's your day? Pagod ako kahapon. I was very tired yesterday and up to now I'm still tired, guys. Dapat pala baguhin ko to ano. Puno lupot. Baliktad yung aking ano. Yung bra ko. Ay, pagod. So, how's your day, everyone? Pagod ako. I had a very bad news today. I heard very bad news. So, I was like, okay. Ah, kati. Tangangati ako, guys. So, how's your day, everyone? I felt so thirsty. Hello, Kuya Bobby M. How's your day? Ang dami kang customer ngayon, Kuya. Ngayon ka lang nag-live. Kahapon nag-live ako hindi ka nanood. Wala ka, hindi ka present. So, anong ganap natin ngayon, Kuya? So, pagod ako kahapon. Yesterday, I made a lot of dessert yesterday. Lots of, ay, Diyos ko doy. Kagagawa lang ng dessert, sold out agad. Tapos, gawa ulit. Tapos, sold out agad. No, it's my holiday. Yes, it's my holiday today, guys. Kahapon, we're so busy. Like, we're so super busy. Kagagawa lang ng dessert. Gawa na naman. Gawa ng dessert. Gawa na naman. Tapos may mga side orders. Payat no petit. GTS 6. Yes, I'm so payatot. Kapag nakaano lang po ako, kapag Nihon desu ka, Nihonjin desu ka. No, I'm not Japanese. No, watashi Nihonjin janai. Watashi Philippine desu. Ano tawag dito? Pag naka-uniform lang ako, kala nila maano ako mataba. Pero payatot po ako. What language are you speaking? Rylan, Crush, Tagalog, Filipino. I'm a Filipino. Yesterday, I had a lot of, orders yesterday. Hahaha, Japanese. Sobrang pagod kahapon. Lahat sold out. Everything I made yesterday, it was all sold out. And after, I got off the work, the next one who changed my shift, who take over my shift, I bet she became very, very tired as well. When she took over my shift, my place, she knows already the routine of the work. So everything, it's already I believe it's all sold out also. Hello, Rose Brel Vlog Bernales. Hello, everyone. Kalimutan ko yung salamin ko, guys. Ito na lang, dito na nga lang ako. What's your net worth? In 1,000 300,000, 369, 12. Maybe 1.2 million. Maybe around, for the whole, for just one cake, for just one dessert, we had like $13,000 for like 10 hours. For 10 hours, we're like 1 point, no, $13 or $15, something like that. We earn $15,000 for the cake, just for the cake, just for the dessert. Don't include the pasta, do not include the hamburger, do not include the coffee, the coke, the other things. Don't include the sushi, the roast beef. Just, just the dessert itself, we earn like 13 to $15,000 just for 10 hours. So it was like super duper tiring just for the dessert. Imagine that, for just for dessert, because we're selling the dessert for like, for one person, we sell the dessert for like 40, like 40 $44 or $40 each dessert. So I made like, for like 2 hours, I can make 300 to 400 per person. So can you imagine 40 times, $40 times, so in one dessert it costs like $40. So for 400 person times 400, so that's it. What was your profit per sale? Nothing. Zero. They only pay us for per day, not for, we don't get commission. So we just work for the restaurant. It's the money of the restaurant, of the hotel, not us. So it doesn't matter, as long, because all we have, because being in a business, I know they need to, they need to make a profit, of course, because they're paying for the real estate tax. Because to have your own business, it's really difficult to have your own business. Plus you have to pay for the business permit, you have to pay for the real estate taxes, you have to pay for the water, the electricity, you have to pay for, you know if you own your business. So I understand that we have to help the company itself, for us to maintain our job as well. Because if let's say, if I have my own business as well, and some employees gonna do that to me, like sabotage me or something, that's not really good. But if you have a good employees, you have good workers, and you're helping each other, then that's fine. And I really work to that company, I really work to that hotel, because I wanted to work, not to sabotage them, not to have some agenda in later on, or bad agenda later on, like, oh, I will just work here and I will get those ideas, and later on I will have my own restaurant or something, blah 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 blah. No, that's not my plan. I don't have any plans for that, because I really wanted to be in that restaurant, because I wanted to be in the restaurant, I want to be a part of that restaurant, I want to be a chef, and more than that, nothing else. I don't wanna. I'm not thinking about having my own restaurant and do the same thing that they're doing, or get their own recipe. Like, no, I'm not interested with their recipe, because I do have my own menu. I do have my own recipe. I do have my own taste with some foods. I do have my different ideas with some other things. So their ideas is not my idea. So I'm not interested with their same thinking. So that's my personality. That's why I'm really proud of that. And I don't need to copy other people. I have my own thing. I'm being unique by myself. Why do you buy pre-built restaurant? Do you buy pre-built restaurant or buy land? Well, for me, I don't know. I don't have money for that. I don't want to think about that. Even though I have my own money, or if I don't have my money, I'm not thinking about having my own restaurant. Being a chef in the restaurant, that's fine because you're earning your money already, and that's fine. Because being in a restaurant, to have your own restaurant is a very big obligation, you know. It's a very big obligation. What would be a better option? Well, it's up to you. What do you want to do? If you want like to have your own restaurant, then if you have a lot of money, why don't you just purchase your own land? Why don't you buy your own land, your own property? You know, so you don't need to pay for the rent, just for the real estate tax or for the, you know, property tax or something like that. But if you don't have enough money, then you know, you just you know, you just have to like rent something if it's not enough. Well, if you're planning and well if well my suggestion is you have to be an owner chef first. You have to know the run of your restaurant. You have to know your customers. You have to know the um you have to know everything around your surroundings. You have to learn about, you know, about restaurant thing. Then afterwards, you have to learn a lot of things. You know, it's just not being a chef, but you have to learn a lot of things: the people, the workers, marketing strategy, you know, everything, budgeting, menus, recipes to you know, to serve to the people, utensils, platings, plates, stoves, kitchenwares, ingredients, everything. Refrigerators, you have to consider everything: lightning, table, chairs, spoon, fork, everything, knife, everything, salad sauce, salad, everything, especially the beef, the meat, everything. You have to consider. You should have suppliers for that. You know, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. Who's going to buy? How are you going to buy your stuff? You know, you have to, especially if you're just alone in your restaurant, you have to do everything. You have to go to the market by yourself, or you have to buy online, whichever. Konnichiwa. Hello, Banana-chan. So that's it. You know, there's a lot of things to do in the restaurant. Not just, you know, it's not just like, I want to do my own restaurant. You have to do a lot of paperwork, especially having a permit, having a business permit, tax tax permit, everything. How do you contact supplier for goods at wholesale? Well, you go to Costco. Just go to Costco and buy something. That's it. You know. Yeah, well, it's up to you. Because for me, if you just buy online with the foods, with the fresh, with the vegetables, something like that, with the fruits, oh my gosh, it's a big headache. For me, you should rather, you know, buy yourself personally, because if not, they will deliver you rotten goods or something, like, you know, the tomatoes, it's not fresh anymore, it's gonna be so old. You have to check by yourself. So if you have your own restaurant, you have to be hands-on. What is the process of getting a permit? Ask your local city hall, because every city or every country has a different way, or something like, they have different um, requirements or something. First of all, you have to have a list. So of course, if you have a list, make sure that, you know, your building has, you know, a building permit as well. So you have to consider of that. But the best of all, you should have money. A lot of money. A lot of money. Because you have to pay for the electricity. For the past 6 months, you don't have a lot of customers. Sometimes in 1 week, zero. You don't have customers. You will experience that, especially if you're just starting your own business. So you just have to be prepared, and of course you have to be strict with the people around you, especially your workers. Make sure you have a strong and talented and skilled workers. Don't hire workers that you don't know nothing. Okay, that is the number one thing. If they don't know nothing, don't hire them. you're just wasting your time with them. You're just wasting your money to pay for their, to pay for their hour, for their day. In the starting, I would try selling Indian breakfast in the neighborhood. That's fine. As long as you have the passion of, as long as you have the passion of selling things, you have the passion of, if you have the, are you in Florida? If you have the, if you have the motivation, that's the most important thing. Because if you don't have any motivation in doing things, you'll never be successful in your life. But mostly you should hire good people, or skilled workers, or not usurp people, because people will just go to your restaurant and work with you, and they don't help you nothing. They just wait for their salary, or they just want your, or just they will just like just want to get some ideas from you, or just eat there and do nothing. A lot of people are like that. I've seen a lot of people are like that. They're doing nothing. They're just ruining or destroying your business, or they're just being self-centered. Like, when you have your own business, when you're, or especially when you're an employee or an employer, you should have give and take relationship. Like, okay, I will help you to grow your business, but also you help me to succeed, something like that. You should help me to grow. So mostly those people right now, or it's very rare to have a good employees, but you should have good employees. You should hire good employees. Hello friend, how are you, Pramod? So this it is the best thing, because some people, I saw a lot of trader, a lot of sneak people. They're trader. Once they get their knowledge about that business, they will just, I'm off. I don't like here anymore. They will just go home, and they will just leave you. A lot of bad people are like that. But those people never go for further. They will know they will go nowhere because of their bad attitude. Once they're being selfish, they're very selfish forever. Mahal kita, chef. Wow, thank you so much. That is my thing. If they don't, they're not being loyal to you. They will not be loyal to themselves. They're not being loyal to other people as well. So they will just take everything for granted. Like, you know oh, I know already this menu, I already know this recipe, I already know how to make tempura, bye bye. Some people are like that. But we're happy to see you. Thank you so much, Pramod. And you know what's, mostly those people in the restaurant business, they will copy you. They will copy your recipe, but the taste, they cannot copy your taste. you know Okay, they will say, okay, I know how to make pepper sauce. I know how to make buttercream sauce or something like that. I know how to make whiskey. I know how to make tempura. I know how to make sushi. Okay, but, okay, they can copy your sushi, but they cannot copy your taste, right? So, mostly in those business, they always like copying, like the neighbor, like, oh my god, they're selling hamburger. So some people are gonna sell hamburger as well, right? So for me, I don't want any competition. So if they're selling hamburger, then I have to sell same thing. I have to sell hamburger as well. So if they're selling hamburger, I will sell French fries. Something like that. So there's some, different option, right? So you don't have to copy everything. You don't need to copy them. If they're getting customers, let them be. You have to be by yourself. You have to be unique, because many customers like unique things. Okay, so you just have to be yourself, and you have, first of all, you just have to enjoy life, and don't copy other people, and you don't do bad thing to other people, because karma will just karma will comes on your way. Don't share your professionalism. Hold it tight. That's a secret. Exactly, exactly. But experience is the best, because once you experience everything, you're gonna have the knowledge. So especially in my experiences, I saw a lot of bad people, and also I saw a lot of good people as well. So that's part of the business. So people will gonna copy you, and they will make competition with you. But I don't like competition, because I have my own thing. I have my own thing. I'm a chef. I have my own, I went to school. I learned things from school in here in Japan. So I work in different country. I work in different places here in Japan. I work in different companies here in Japan. So I have more, basically a lot of knowledge in dealing with other people, and getting to know other businesses as well, not just a restaurant business, but with any other business, like cars, airplanes, everything. It's not just about food. So I can do many things, just not about food business. But we only don't make money with food. We can also make money with other things, right? So don't just focus on food, like, oh no, let's say, oh no, I just know how to cook. That's it. So your life gonna be just like that. So even you can do other things, right? So you just don't go to that, that that vision, that perspective in your life. You have to be expandable. You have to be, what do you call it, so you have to um you have to deal with your life. You have to deal with life, like, no, if I don't succeed here, maybe I'll be successful with some other things, something like that. You have to discover yourself. You have to rediscover yourself. As your mind is, you have a good thinking. But if you're influenced with drugs or something, no. A lot of other people, like, when they're influenced with other stuff, like they're addicts, or they're not, they don't have proper thinking, or they're loosen their mind. They're just good in talking, like, oh, I will do better than you. I will be successful in life. Maybe for 1 year, but next year, no, they will not be successful anymore, because they will easily give up, because because their mind is not strong enough, and their motivation is not strong enough, because once you already destroyed your life, you already destroyed it. So once you already destroyed your life, if you already destroyed your life, what more other people? You can destroy other people's life as well, right? So you cannot handle business if you're like, if you're influenced with drugs or with bad things. You cannot be good in business. So that's the point, because mostly those people, they just easily give up. They're depressed. Always they're depressed, because, or sometimes they're too much, they're just like, too much thinking, or sometimes when they're not in a mood, they will do bad things, so they cannot focus in things. So I really don't believe those people who talk like that, and they're under influence of drugs. They're not really good. I would just like, you know just mind them. They have their own world. Don't think about those people, because they have their own world, and once you touch their own world, they will be so angry with you, because they're hallucinating. They're making their own vision, their own, they're making their own, like, drama, or they're making their own, yeah, their hallucination. The word, the meaning of hallucination is like, they're living in their they're living in their own dream, right? So just let them go. So just, you can see some people, they're losing their minds, and they're like talking to themselves. That, like, you can see in the streets, some people are like weirdo. Some people looks like weird or something, like, oh my gosh, he looks so weird, or he's like talking to himself. So once he's talking to himself, like, mostly those people in the train, or mostly those people who see them or heard them, they will just ignore them. They will never talk to you. If you're a normal person, you will never talk to someone who is crazy, right? Because he's crazy. Even though you keep on talking to him, he will never understand you. He will just keep on talking, but he will never listen to your words. He will just, because he's living in his own, because he's living in his own dream. How do you deal with bullies? Don't mind them, because bullies has, bully people have their own, like, their own life, like, just like living their own dream. They believe this is you. So why you have to believe in their, in their own dream? Why do you have to believe in their own perspective? Why do you have to believe with them, but believing in yourself? You have to be, you just have to live alone, because I believe all of us live alone, or live. Hello, amigo. Hoy, amigo, you're so handsome, huh? Amigo is very handsome. Are you a seaman? Seaman ka ba, di ba? Seaman loloko. Charot. Seaman loloko. Alam mo, I grew up with a lot of seafarers in my life, because when in my place, so cute baby. Hello, Sanju. In my place, my uncle, my cousins, husband of my cousins, they are all seafarers since I was small. Like, they will go to Saudi Arabia for like 6 months, and then afterwards, the wife, my auntie, got pregnant every year. So for like 10 years, he's in the, Opo, ma'am, host gapa. For 10 years, he was in the sea. He was working in the ship. He's a seafarer for 10 years. My auntie has 10 children. So I have 10 cousins in just one auntie. Can you imagine how big my family is? So my grandmother has 10 siblings, so brothers and sisters, and my auntie has 10 children as well. And I still have 9 aunties living, or 13, I think, 13. So can you imagine, I have a lot of, relatives. We have a lot of family clan. Hindi naman po ako gwapo, I'm ugly. Hindi So bakit minsan ka lang mag-internet? So saan ang biyahe mo ngayon? So ganun, laging buntis. Every year, my uncle made my auntie pregnant every year. So I was just like, what? My auntie was pregnant last year, and then after she gave birth, she's pregnant again. Like, I was really like surprised, because, oh yeah. Hello, Richard. Hello. Bell out po ako sa iyo, ma'am guwapa. Hello, thank you so much. No habla español. No habla español. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenos días. So you can see, my aunt, and and also my neighbor at the front. My neighbor at the front, he's also a seafarer. He's a seaman. He was tall and very handsome man. He's like, he's an officer. So a lot of officers in our place. And one of my childhood friend, he used to live, he's a like supervisor in the ship. So he's like, he got a lot of salary. So, commoners, few people, if you work in the ship, there are different salary rate, especially, if you're like, if you're just like a cook or something, your salary is not that big. But if you're a pilot in the ship, or there's a helicopter in the ship, and you're a pilot, you must have, a decent salary. Europe po, host. So yun, so maybe, you can get some decent salary. But if you have some rank in the ship, then you can have this pretty decent salary. But mostly, some of them, they can have just a very small salary. But going to the ship is really very hard, because of course you're having, you have to spend some money there as well. So you just don't you cannot save money in the ship, because every destination, of course, you have to buy something. You have to buy some food or some, some personal stuff, and will cost something. Of course, if it's dollar, you have to spend dollar, right? Di ba, ma'am, chef ka? Opo, chef po ako. So, ganun. So, and mostly, and some people ask me to work in the ship as well here in Japan. I was like, no, I'll never go to, I don't want to work in a ship, because I already work in the airplane. And can you see the airplane is so tiny? It's like if you're living in a, it's like you're in a bullet, in a bullet. So, when the airplane arrived, and it was pretty close, right? So, when it arrives, and the door opens, it smells like CR. It's really smells like bathroom. Pwede ka sa ship, sa cruise ship. That's why I really don't want to go to the cruise ship. And also, because I already work in airplane industry, in an airline industry. So I was just like, no, I don't want to work you're just like a turtle. You're just, it's like a living, it's like a turtle. Everywhere you go, you bring your own house, right? So especially, I was thinking, like, if you don't like your coworkers, you have to be with your coworkers for 10 months in the ship, right? So it's like you have to live in your coworkers for 10 months in the ship. What if you don't like one of them? He's so annoying, she's annoying, I don't like her attitude, you know what will happen? You're gonna have stress in your life forever. So it's like living in the hell. So it's like you're working in a hell. Like, not rather than working in the mainland, let's say, okay, you work in the hotel, okay, you work in the restaurant, you work somewhere else, and then after work, you just go home, go back to your home, and just, or go somewhere else. It's finished, right? You don't have any stress in your life, because you don't see her face for a while, because you will go home, and then maybe you can see her face on the next day, or maybe some other week or some other day, like that. So, you don't have you have less stress than working in a ship. Like, you have to see her face forever. Like, for 10 months, you have to, it's up to you. So you have to be in trouble for 10 months, or you have to agree with her, or you have to fight with her, or agree with him, disagree with him or with her. I don't like it. It's really not good. So I felt like, no. But for me, maybe if I don't have any job, or let's say I don't have, if I don't have nothing else to do, I will not consider working in a ship. Never in my life. I don't want to work in a ship. Plus, I don't want the waves. I don't want all the waves. I don't want the typhoon. I don't want, because I have emotion sickness. So, even though, even when I ride in the train, I felt like, in a short trip, even just a short trip in the train. So for just like 2 hours sitting in the train, I felt like I'm already like shaking, and I felt like for the rest of my life, I felt like I wanna throw out or something like that. So what more if you work in the ship? Like, if you're cooking something, what will gonna happen? It might gonna go to your body or something. They're very dangerous. It's really dangerous. Oh, I know it's some of the equipment, they are pretty secured, but you're never gonna know that accident. It's gonna be a bumpy day, or maybe the waves are very high. Of course, the ship gonna be like, gonna be like this, and you're gonna have your motion sickness and everything. Oh my gosh, I really don't like it. So the ship gonna smell like vomit, or ew, because I work in the airplane. So in the airplane, I saw a lot of vomit in the airplane. I saw a lot of trash, pee on the airplane, like it's scattered on the in the carpet. So disgusting, I promise. What more in the ship, right? So if somebody vomit in the ship or in the carpet, it's gonna smell forever. Even though you wash it, it's gonna still smelly. So how can you be like, Yeah, that is the real thing, you know. In the airplane, you're never gonna know when you're sitting in the airplane in your seat, somebody, you know, somebody, you know, vomited there, throw up something there. Of course, they will change it. They will change the, you know, there's a foam in the chair. It depends. They will just change it, or they will just, you know, they will do something. But mostly in the carpet, of course, you cannot change the carpet in the airplane because it's attached in the aircraft. So they will just wipe it off or just do something, but still smelly. It will still stink. Ew. Promise, guys. That's why I don't wanna work in the airplane, in a cargo ship, or in a cargo plane, or in the airplane, because especially in the airplane, the water supply is very limited. You know, you can just use the water in the toilet or something. Like there's no water somewhere else. Oh Lord, I gave up because I'm a very clean person, a very neat person. I want everything clean. So when I saw something like it's dirty, ew, no way. So I would just rather work in the mainland. So and you can see, you know, if you're in the ship, like what if, you know, if the pipe got broken, what will gonna happen if the toilet there broke and it's leaking, because it also happened in the hotel room. You know, mostly in the hotel room, some of the hotel rooms, you know, the bathroom door is leaking, some other doors, some other rooms are leaking. There's something wrong in the comfort room, there's something wrong in the bathroom, there's something wrong with the drainage or with the water. You know, there's a clogged toilet or something, there's a clog. Oh, what more if it happens in the ship? So everything gonna be, you know, there's gonna be in trouble. There's everything will be complicated, right? So no way. How can I just escape? Like if it stink, right? So how can you deal with that? So I gave up. No, even though I don't have any option anymore, I will do something. I will just work in the mainland. I will plant something. I will become a farmer. I will sell something. There's a lot of work, right? No. So I really, so that's why, you know, I know some people, like, you know, they just want to go to the, you know, I don't want to say anymore. And aside from that, I've known a lot of people who work in the ship. They have sickness, you know, they have STD, they have AIDS. And I've met a lot of people also, they work in the ship, like um they got fired, of course, because there's a medical reason. There's always a medical, there's a medical every year or something like that. They have medical, they have to pass a medical examination for their blood or something like that. And mostly some people have AIDS, and some people have, you know, sickness with their bloods, or, you know, STD, or HIV disease. So, you know, I'm sorry about that, but not all the people are like that. Not people are like that, but mostly you will encounter those people like that. So no way. But I don't. But it depends in the in the person. You like you're if you're like, you know, super cheap person. If you're no low society person, like you don't have standard of, you know, and you just go with everybody. My gosh, you will sacrifice yourself. You will later on. You will, you know, there's a payment for that. Um you're gonna have some disease or STD or something, like, you know, sexually transmitted disease, guys. So that is the word for that. So it's very dangerous. So I really don't want to deal with those people like that. So I would just like go away with me. I'm okay. Ano pong sabi niya? What did you say? Ilan ka na? Ilan taon? My chef, what do they do to you? Nothing. I was just telling my opinion, my personal opinion, because mostly I saw some of my friends, they have STD. I saw some of them, they have like HIV, because when they work in the ship, they work as a sailor or seafarer. It's not a really, for me, I don't want to say anymore. From Indonesia, hello Adara. Hilary Garcia, I'm Colleen. No STD here. That's good for you. That's good. But I'm not saying everybody here. I'm not saying everyone, but mostly some of my friends, they're not working in the ship anymore. They cannot work. They cannot go back to work in the ship anymore because they're having some issues with their health. Salary is higher if at sea. I don't think so. It depends. If you have the position in the sea, yes, but mostly I saw a lot of, people working in the sea. They don't have pretty decent life. Although they can, everybody, of course, if you have, if you're working hard, of course, you can have a feature, but it's not like, working in a mainland. It's really pretty different. Not unless you're a captain of the ship. Not unless you're a supervisor or first class officer, second class officer, something like that. But if you're just like, a normal people, like a utility guy, how much you're earning for just like 1 month? You will just work, you will just earn like 1,000, less than $1,000. So if you're living here in Japan, you cannot survive with $1,000. You cannot survive with $2,000 here. In able to survive here in Japan, you have to have like, in a pretty decent life, you should have like $5,000 at least. But if you live in the Philippines, right now it's not a pretty decent money. Do you get motion illness in a waterbed? I didn't I didn't sleep. I didn't try waterbed yet, and I don't wanna use waterbed, so I don't wanna do it. So that's why I have, even in my life, even when I was small, I never imagined working in a ship. No, nothing. No, because I saw. That's why, the reason why, because I saw a lot of neighbors. They work in the sea. They work, and I saw my uncles. They work in the sea, and made my auntie pregnant every year. So I was like, and I saw my aunties. They're not rich, and they're always asking money from my grandmother, from our family. So what's the use of her husband? So I was thought of, I thought those seamen are, earning money, but you know their money is not yet enough, and they're so poor. They cannot have their own house, they cannot buy their own house, they're still renting. What the heck? you know So I really don't believe that, because if I saw my aunties, if I saw my relatives, they're having a good life, like, okay, they have their own car, they have their own house, they don't borrow, they're not borrowing money from us, then I will believe, though everybody in the working in the sea, they're earning pretty much money. But since after 10 years, their life still in that bad situation, I really don't believe. So I really lose my perspective, my vision in that career. Like, no, no. I don't want to be in that situation. Like, I will have my motion sickness every day in my life. I will be very far away from my family. I'll just go there in the sea together with other people. Like, what the heck? No way. And I'm not earning good enough and pretty decent money. Not in my life. Not my in life. And you cannot do part-time job in other places. Like, you're just for the rest of the day, you just have to, end your life there in the sea. No way. No fucking way. No fucking way. Plus, expect the typhoon, big wave. ew, and different people mm, like, what if somebody doesn't take a shower? What if he's smelly or he has an attitude? How can you deal with that? No way. I'm sorry, I'm just having some real talk here because if you experience working in a place like that, what more if you have to deal with them 24 hours, 7 days a week in the sea? I'll be very crazy. I will tell you, I'm gonna be crazy. Like maybe after 1 month, I will just like talk to myself. Like, so I will just go back home after 9 months or 10 months. I don't know myself already. So I will just be like, oh my gosh, I have so much regret in my life like that. So I will never gonna do that. So since when I work in the airplane, I was just like, I don't like to work in the airplane as well. Like, a long hours. I have to wake up early in the morning and the work there. Can you imagine the whole airplane like 300 passengers or 500 passengers, right? So it was just like, if you work in the airplane, how many passengers you have to deal with? How many airplanes are gonna arrive in 1 hour? Like, what? You have to wait for the airplane to come. Like, oh my god, there's a big engine. It's very dangerous. Like, you were there waiting, and whether it's sunny or rain season, you're just wait. You have to wait there. You have to wait for the airplane to come, and you were just, oh, it's so cold. If it's winter time, you have to be just wait there, and when it rains, it's gonna be your bad day. When it's not raining, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. But how about if it rains? I'm soaking under the rain. I was like waiting for the airplane, and I was just like, oh, hurry up, hurry up. You see, before at first, of course, at first you're gonna be very excited for the airplane to come. Like, oh yeah, I work in the airplane industry. I work in the airline industry. I look so I look so cool and everything, but you have a very low salary if you work in an airline industry. Plus, it's very long hours of working and very heavy. It's very tiring, guys. Plus, you don't need, especially during Christmas season, holiday season, peak season, you cannot have your own holiday because they need you. You need to be there. It's very, it's a very busy day. So, you can, when you check the airplane, you're gonna have like, it's so dirty. You're gonna see a lot of toothpick, a lot of booger, a lot of poo in the bathroom, in the comfort room, or in the loo area, something like that. You'll encounter everything. So can you imagine if you're being a passenger in the airplane and you just leave your trash everywhere, somewhere like that? So everything. So I experienced everything. Like, you can see some passport. They left some passengers left their passport. Some passengers left their wallet. You can experience everything there in the airplane. So what more if you live in the ship, right? So for 24 hours you have to deal with I don't like it. And can you imagine your toilet, your bathroom is gonna be very small? Can you imagine you will go to the bathroom and your bathroom is like the toilet, the size of the airplane? It's gonna be like that. So I don't wanna be like that. So maybe I will just have like body aches, and my bed gonna be so small. You cannot move further. No way. And I cannot make any sound. So what if I talk to somebody in the night, right? If you have a boyfriend, if you have a girlfriend, if you have a wife, and you have to talk to them in the night, and the time is different. That's the only time you can talk to them. What will gonna happen? You cannot talk to your partners, right? Because if you have a roommate, or if somebody, no way, no. And before I dated someone, he's a pilot in the boat. He's a he's a pilot in the ship. So in the ship there's a helicopter, right? So I used to date that guy. He's a helicopter pilot, and he works in the ship. So mostly he's in the island all the time. So usually, he sleeps in the cabin. It's very tight. It's very small. So you have to deal with everything. So it's really very hard because I know already the feeling that somebody's working in the sea, right, like just like that. I really don't like it. And he kept on telling me like, I've seen a lot of family men here, and they really got separated with their wife, with their partners, because of that issue. Because sometimes, mostly of the guys, of course, mostly they're having some, miscommunication, or not communicating anymore for the whole month, or for the whole year, or for the past few days or past few weeks, and it's gonna be in trouble. It's gonna be, you're gonna put your relationship into a bad situation, because some circumstances gonna happen, or some reasons, or some other reasons. So he kept on telling me, I've seen a lot of of um of people here. They A lot of unsuccessful relationship happened there, or unsuccessful marriage, or unhappy marriage life. So it ended up like, you know going back to the Philippines with no families at all, or just being alone with your life. So how can how can you enjoy your money if you don't have your own family, or if you don't have a solid partner? How can you enjoy your money if you don't have a loyal partner as well? So it's not all about money issue. It's just all about, like, you know miscommunication is very important in the relationship, and a trust issue, and being loyal. So if both of you lost that one, there's no loyalty anymore, there's no communication anymore, the relationship gonna fall down, gonna fall out, nothing, right? So that's it. So that's why, I don't like to talk to my so the reason why also I don't want to speak to that person, that pilot, that I used to date, that pilot before, because I don't like people who works in the overseas, what do you call it, who works in overseas, right? So that's it. So I'm very picky, actually. I really don't consider dating with someone who works in a ship. Sorry about that. So all the people who works in the ship, they're just my friends, not more than that. I don't want to consider being with them in a relationship like that, because I want to be secured with myself, especially with my health issue. Okay? So of course they want to tell you, "Hey, I'm sick. I bring sickness," or something like that. They will not tell you honestly, not unless you get that sickness already, right? So you just have to be careful. And I'm not telling everybody has that one, but I'm just, just, you know I just want to take good care of myself, and I just want to be secured. Hello, Kaka. Aikido. Hello. Guys, please do subscribe on my YouTube channel, and please like this video if you like this video, and please do not skip my ads as well, okay? So I was just saying my own I'm just sharing my own opinion, okay? I'm not telling everything, like, everybody's like that. So I'm just saying my own vision, my own perspective in my life, just for myself, my own personal opinion. So if you wanna do it to yourself, if you wanna have relationship with some other people, that's your thing. It's not my thing, but just for myself, that's it. So there you go, guys. Please do not skip my ads, and I have to go. I have to do something else. So thank you guys for watching my vlog, and hopefully to see you in my next vlog. See you again my next vlog, guys. See you again on my next live, and have a nice day, everyone. Please take good care of yourself, and thank you for hanging out with me. So it's gonna be a great day. Happy weekends, everyone, and hopefully you enjoy your weekends. together with your family or with your friends or whoever it may be. So, bye guys. See you on my next vlog. Bye. Adios, amigos.